Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Medina and we're here at Journalism Matters. We are partnering with the Guardsmen, EATV, the VEMA department, also KCSF to give you guys the 411 on what's going on. So first question, do you agree with President Trump's opinion about the nation's media?
Not at all.
Could you elaborate a little bit?
He frightens me that he attacks the media. I think the media is essential for an informed public, and I trust the media to do that for me.
Well, it really started to escalate like a year and a half ago, February 2017. That's when he called the news media the enemy of the American people. You know, it's a phrase that's typically reserved for groups of people that the military might shoot at or bomb. So giving us that kind of equivalency to the actual enemies of America's people is dangerous.
Fake news. The lying New York Times.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes.
I think it's outrageous.
Yeah, do you think what he's doing is true? Are you agreeing towards his opinions?
God, no. I know that the media hasn't always been perfect, but nothing is. But the fact that he's basically insulting the First Amendment is offensive not only on a presidential level, but on every level that exists.
President Trump hates all media that isn't Fox News and that doesn't support him. He has said very many awful things about different journalists and different newspapers and different accurate sources of information, and dislikes anything that doesn't line up with his views of the world.
I think the way that Donald Trump discredits the media can be really damaging, because he's essentially encouraging people to not listen to professional journalists who are taking time to research and really taking the time to look at both sides of an argument, and kind of encouraging people to listen to folks on Breitbart or InfoWars or Fox News who have very blatantly political viewpoints. And even though you can argue about like whether or not it's possible to be objective, outlets like Breitbart, Fox News, InfoWars, which are all outlets Donald Trump has publicly supported, don't even attempt to be objective and are very, very blatantly political. I do think that Donald Trump is challenging us in the media to think about our language more, think about how we communicate to people and how we reach people. So I think it's a challenge. I think he's asking us to step up and maybe be able to relate to a section of our populace which we haven't been able to relate to up to this point.
I just feel like I read in a message earlier, it just really matters so much right now. I'm so grateful for people who take a stand as journalists and get to the bottom of stories and communicate those out, because there's a lot we can't know without journalists taking that extra step and digging into stories. And as a librarian, we always think about that, like how do we get good information? How do we get to share that with students and help them find good information? So journalism is huge right now, and I feel like that's a good sign for us as a democracy too.
I disagree. I think that as a journalist, I have the right to say what I think that it should be a report and based on facts. And I disagree with the President of the United States of America.
Okay, and according to the poll that's actually in the Guardsmen, 13% said yes and 74% said no. So pretty skewed one way,
Those are the
right?
facts right there.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed all of the interviews and sound bites that you heard from all the passerbyers talking about President Trump and also what's going on in today's media. We would like to know what you, the viewer, think. So please hashtag Journalism Matters or find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at EATV, at CCSF. Hope to see you guys next time.